I am out here in my garden. It is 8 o'clock at night. I have had zero time to be in this garden. Guys, I'm talking zero time. And so that's why I'm out here at 8 o'clock at night with a big crate. And if you don't know why I have not been out here, why I've been so busy, check out the video linked in the description. That will clear that up for you. But I do need to do some harvesting bad, like majorly. It's not good. So that's what we're gonna do. I mean, it is looking like an August garden out here. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm not doing a full tour. In fact, this isn't even my camera. This is just my phone that I'm filming on. Normally I'd come out here with my tripod and my camera with my microphone and I would film. Like, I film legit stuff for you guys. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the time. I'm out here with my phone at 8 o'clock at night, and I've been going to bed at 9, like, because Tom and I've been getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But there are some things that need to be harvested. So I'm just gonna very quickly show you a couple things, and that's all I've got time for. So I was having such an issue with bunnies that I came and used a couple of these bags. I got them on Amazon. I'll link them down below, to keep the bunnies from getting to my peppers. And you can see here that I've got them tied really tightly around the base of the plant. So let me see if I can get it off. Beautiful. What do we have? These are jalapenos. Do we have any? Yes, we do. These were getting eaten like crazy. Oh yeah, look. Yay, we've got so many. This is good. I really wanted some jalapenos. See? Oh, look. See, look down there, because this plant here did not have a cover on it. And you can see they literally just come and knock them off and take like 2 bites. Super annoying. Not a fan. Now about these peppers. Something that happened that was helpful in terms of the issue with the bunnies and the peppers is that these plants got very tall, and I'm not sure that I would even be able to show you how tall they got. So I mean, they're like, you know, taller than my waist. Pretty tall pepper plants. So they outgrew the bunnies. They got tall enough that they were putting on fruit high enough that the bunnies weren't really able to get it anymore. So, you know, plants are actually pretty smart, and they were able to withstand the pest pressure long enough to get tall enough to outgrow the pest. And so that worked out. I didn't have enough of those bags to cover all of my plants, and also I really just didn't feel like doing that. I just covered a few of them just so I could guarantee that I'd have some kind of harvest. And then they outgrew the rest. So like, here is a pepper, and this was really high up on the plant, and the bunnies either didn't know it was there or couldn't reach it. And so I am still getting a pretty good harvest even despite of the bunnies. Look at this tomato that grew into this garden clip. I did not put that there. It grew into it. My camera is compensating for how dark it is. It looks so much lighter out here than it really is. But here is my harvest. This whole crate is peppers, except just a few tomatoes here in the corner. These are all peppers. I can believe how many I had in here. Yeah, I've been neglecting the garden out of necessity. I am devastated. I literally feel like I'm in shock. Years of hard work, hundreds of dollars, in organic products, and the lawn pesticide company got our address confused with somebody else's, trespassed onto our fenced backyard, and sprayed everything with pesticides. I feel like I feel violated. I know that that's so dramatic, but like I told Tom likes cars, he like builds cars, and I said this is very similar, even in dollar amount, to you coming home and finding your build vandalized. Hours of hard work, countless hours of hard work, hundreds of dollars. I mean, really vandalized. Vandalized is the right word. Somebody trespassed onto our property and vandalized my organic backyard. My chickens live back there. I can't let Benny outside right now. I posted in, Jess from Roots and Refuge has a Facebook group that I'm in, and I posted in there. And if you're in that group and you're watching this, thank you. I had so many sweet, encouraging comments, basically just sharing my grief with me, because I'm literally grieving. Like I'm grieving. I can't. So anyway, I'm calling in the morning. I don't know what can be done. I'm sorry, Ben, I can't let you out. You can't go out there. I know I'm gonna have to take you for a walk in a minute. I'm sorry. I don't know what can be done. A bunch of people are like, Sue, it's probably going to be more money than it's worth. And our camera conveniently died this morning, so we have no footage. Somebody was like, call the police and get a police report, but my chickens are illegal, so probably shouldn't have the police come to my property. I don't know. I don't think there's anything really to be done, but I'm going to call tomorrow and complain and ask them for the, what is it? The MSDS, I can't remember what it is, sheet, the fact sheet for everything that was used. I can't believe it. Good thing we just went and picked all that stuff last night, huh? Well, this video has turned out to be quite the roller coaster. It is 2 days since I told you about the whole pesticide debacle. First, I'll tell you that I reached out to the company the next morning. Also, praise God, they were already closed by the time I figured out about this, so it forced me to sleep on it. And the next morning, I was much more able to handle it like the Christian that I want to be. And it went really well. And I called, and the lady I spoke with, because I used to work for a call center. So as soon as she answered, well, actually, she had to call me because the receptionist was not going to just patch me through. So she called me, and the first thing I said was, I am upset, but I am not upset with you. And I just need to make that clarification. And the conversation went really well. She was very apologetic. She sent me the MSDS sheets for the stuff that was sprayed. She tracked down the person who did it and figured out from her exactly where she sprayed. Come to find out, it was a young girl, and she said, she was like, yeah, I thought it was weird that I got sent to that house because it didn't look like the kind of house that we would spray. Hello, it wasn't. And so she said, no, I didn't spray anywhere near the gardens. I didn't spray anywhere near the chickens. I totally stayed clear of all of that. And they were just spot treating crabgrass. So it was just a backpack sprayer that she was walking around with, spraying crabgrass patches. Didn't spray anywhere near my garden or my chickens. So I think all in all,
Could have been way worse. She was super apologetic. The girl came to my house to apologize to me, but unfortunately I wasn't here. I thought that was really nice. She drove out here to apologize, and I just so happened to not be home. But yeah, so all in all, I'm moving on from that, and it wasn't as bad as I initially thought that it was. Now, it's been 2 days since then, and I have COVID. I cannot. Yeah, so today is Saturday. That spray thing happened on Thursday. Thursday, I had a headache and I was sneezing a lot, and I'm allergic to ragweed. So I was like, oh, allergies. And I do get end of summer, early fall allergies. So I just thought it was allergies. My eyes were a little watery, typical allergy stuff. And then Thursday night, overnight into Friday, I felt so sad. I was waking up, my head, my sinuses. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad, so weak and fatigued. And I was getting like cold sweats and stuff, and I was like, oof. And I work with the elderly, so I was like, I should probably go get tested for everything. So I went to urgent care yesterday morning, got tested for strep, flu, and COVID. And then I got the results this morning, Saturday morning. Everything was negative except the COVID was positive. So I do have COVID. This is, I keep trying to remember, this is either my 3rd or 4th time with it. I can't remember. I've had it several times. None of the times have been as bad as the first time I had it. The first time I had it was the worst. It was horrible. Borderline, I almost went to the hospital. That's what, me having it that first time is what convinced me to get the first booster. I've had 3 COVID jabs. The first 2 that were necessary for me to keep my hospital job, and then 1 voluntary booster. I haven't gotten any boosters since then, and I won't, because I think my body pretty well has it figured out at this point. Like, I'm sick, but it's doable. Like, it's not awful like it was that first time. So it's funny to me that the Lord sometimes forces you to slow down, because I started that new job that you would have heard about by now. And I've been working a lot, like 45 to 50 hours a week, when before I was working like 20, 25-ish hours. Some of my weeks alternate. One week I work more, and then the other week I work less, and they go back and forth. But yeah, so that was a big adjustment, and we've just been pushing hard. Like, it's not like they brought me on and it was like, okay, well, get settled, we'll start working on this. It was like we hit the ground running with this project. And so, yeah, it's been a lot. It's been stressful. And I think that's probably partly why I'm sick, and just the stress of it. But it's all right. By the way, I'm not in bed. I'm on the couch. I don't think that I would film from my bed. I don't know that that's very appropriate. I'm trying to stay away from Tom. It's hard, but I'm pretty much living in the living room. I'm not sleeping in our bed right now. Trying to spare him. Yeah. Okay. You can see I've got such a mess to deal with. This is my Azure order, but I want to do a haul with you guys, so I haven't put it away yet. And then these are all those veggies that I still need to go through and do something with. And my sauerkraut, we're going to be tasting that together in this video, but not today because I can't taste. It's a mess. Ay. So I have lost my sense of smell, and it's really bothering me. The reason I figured it out is because I have a recipe that I want to make today, and I have some beef broth in the fridge, but it's been in there for a little while, so I wasn't sure that it would still be good. And I leaned down to smell it, and I didn't smell anything. Now, mind you, I've been so congested that I haven't really had a sense of smell for like 3 or 4 days now, because I've been so congested. And that's fine. I didn't think anything of it. But this morning, both of my nostrils are, hey, excuse me, sir, this one wants breakfast. Both of my little nostrils are wide open, and I should be able to smell just fine. So I leaned down, took a big sniff of this, and didn't smell anything. So at first I was like, oh, so it's good. But then I was like, no, beef broth has like especially homemade beef broth, has a smell. It should smell like something. So I was like, oh, no. So I ran inside and I opened up my husband's bag of coffee and I took a big breath of it in and didn't smell anything. So I've had COVID 3 or 4 times now, can't remember which, and I have never lost my sense of smell outside of just being congested. And I hate it. I really hate it. I am a homemaker, a homesteader. I rely on my sense of smell a lot. And I didn't realize until I've lost it that I really I took it for granted. And I am feeling some type of way about it. I actually think there's a message in this, and I'm going to share it with you really quick. So 2-second devotional here, really fast. Are you ready? / political opinion. So I am of the belief that this, not going to say the word, was not an accident. And so it was evil and deceit and greed that brought it into my life in the first place. And now it has stolen from me one of my senses, one of my God-given senses. And that really grinds my gears. But as a follower of Christ, everything that we have is a gift. And we actually have no right to any of it. And none of it would change me as a person, and none of it would change my relationship with Christ. For example, sense of smell is obviously we want it, but it's not the same as being able to see or being able to hear. And so if I woke up tomorrow and I could not do any of these things, would that change who I am? Would that change my belief, my trust, my faith? And the answer should be no. And so regardless of why or how that happens, and in this case, I do think it was evil and deceit and greed and something other than something I've done. It was thrust upon me unwillingly. It doesn't change. It doesn't change who I am, and it does not change my faith in my Savior. And so I just wanted to put that message because I actually think that's a microscopic version of something that's happening on a much larger scale right now. I think there's a lot of evil and a lot of deceit and a lot of greed happening in the world right now. And I will not be shaken by it because I am built on a firm foundation. So not being able to smell, small version of a very small example of something I think that's happening on a larger scale, but both examples, I am putting my trust in the Almighty God. So 2-second devotional there for you, but also hate not being able to smell. Very unhappy about that right now. And it's dangerous because that beef broth, I'm not going to use it. I don't know if it's good. I can't tell. And it's been in the fridge long enough that I'm don't know that I would risk it without being able to smell it or taste it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to toss it, and that stinks. No pun intended. I am going to be spending the next hour or 2 outside. I have my basket, and today we are harvesting onions. It's a whole different day from the last time I talked to you guys. I'm really digging this video update vlog because there have been lots of things that we've talked about in this video that really could have been, or maybe even should have been, standalone videos, like all the garden stuff, for example, could have been its own video, but it was stressing me out thinking that way, and I wasn't doing the stuff because I'm I should be filming it. And so doing it casually like this in kind of just a mishmash video with my phone is helping me get out here and accomplish the things I need to accomplish in a way that isn't stressing me out. So that's really nice. So yeah, we are going to be harvesting onions. Definitely late harvesting my onions. I should have harvested these a long time ago, but I've just been busy, and you can see gaps where I have been taking them occasionally for recipes when I want them. And I have onions all throughout. Look at this crazy August garden. Oh my gosh, it's insane. But yeah, I have onions all throughout the garden, so I'm just gonna go ahead and harvest them. All right, it's really hot out here, and I'm still recovering from having COVID. And COVID just really makes me feel so exhausted. The fatigue is real, Has anybody else ever had it and then just the
the fatigue just like doesn't go away for a long time. All right, onions. This was my biggest, not bad. And this was, I started these from seed. So to have some that look like this, not bad. I'm happy with it. And then I also harvested a couple cabbages too. So, nice.
All right, the very last thing I'm filming for this video, for this little update video that I've been doing, I am going to be taste testing this sauerkraut. Oh my gosh, look at that. Guys, this looks fantastic. So I want to taste this, and if it's good, I want to get it out of this jar and into whatever I'm going to store it in. I'm going to put it out in my breezeway refrigerator, which I am using as cold storage, because I've got cabbages coming out my ears, and I want to go ahead and get started on another batch of sauerkraut, because I want to be eating on this all winter. And once it's finished fermenting and you store it in the refrigerator, it can stay in there for a very, very long time, months and months. So I want that. I want to be able to have some kind of green, healthy, fresh something, I guess not fresh, but you know what I mean, to eat during the wintertime. I've been really thinking a lot about my wintertime diet over the last couple of years, especially since trying to get pregnant, because if I'm pregnant over the wintertime, I want to make sure that I can get all the nutrients that I need from food without having to purchase out of season. So I'm trying to think, how can I have fresh, I keep saying fresh, how can I have fruits and vegetables over the winter time without consuming a whole bunch of like sugar and stuff too? So fermenting vegetables is one of those ways for sure. So okay, let's go ahead and taste this. Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh, I can smell and taste again, by the way. It came back really fast. It's delicious! Oh my goodness! Okay, I can't put the same fork back in there again. Oh my gosh. That is so good! That is the best tasting sauerkraut I've ever had. Because mind you, the only sauerkraut I ever had before was just pasteurized store-bought sauerkraut, which I still love the taste of. But wow, and we only have salt in here. We only added salt. We didn't add any other seasonings, and that is so good. Wow. Oh my god. Okay. This was a great way to end this video. That is astounding. I am so excited. My first time fermenting something in this way, a vegetable like this. And it's so good. Great. Okay, so I'm going to transfer this to its own container and put it out, like I said, in the fridge, and I'm going to get another batch of this going. And I'm probably going to do at least 3. I want to have at least 3 batches of it. I'll date the jar in the fridge so I know which one to consume first. And I'm hoping that this will get me through the winter time. Tom will eat it some. He'll probably eat it if I put it in or on something. I don't think he'll just like eat it like I will. But 3 big jars of it should be, I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see. We'll have to see. And I am going to try to store a few cabbages in my my fridge that I'm using as cold storage. I'm going to try and keep a few cabbages out there just as an experiment to see how long I can keep them out there. And if I run out of sauerkraut, I will use one of those to make more. Also, I can usually get cabbages around here because being in New York, people like at the farmer's market and stuff will go out of their way to have cabbages throughout the winter by using season extension and things like that. They're pretty cold hardy. So yeah, all right, awesome. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with me for the last several days. This video has been a roller coaster. Started out
not so great with pesticides and COVID, and ended with delicious home fermented sauerkraut. So, all right, happy ending. That's all that matters. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Have faith and keep moving forward. Bye.